situation here. So it will be highly delusional for somebody to sit down now and think, because let's face it now, you're talking about some candidates that at the end of the day cannot even, when we're talking about a cent that I remember the action of Showore at a point in time in regards repealing that Cyber Crime Act. He could not even gather people to come around, not as if it's not his fault too. People could not actually believe in what he is saying or the need to do that. And why? Because the common man, just like it's going to remain till 2027, is the fact that we're still going to be divided across religious sentiments, tribal sentiments, and the rest of it. So what I'm saying is, the factual and the realistic fact is the fact that, of a truth, hardship is at its highest level, which that can be ascribed to purely the government in power. And what is the next option? The next option is we need a change. A change that will take us finally to that hellfire way was past this one, or a change that somehow miracle will happen. So that is why I say antecedents doesn't matter to me at this point in time. Because the last time I checked, even Bala Blue was not elected on the basis of a good antecedents, right? And even a lot of people, the fact is the antecedent issue is just another excuse that politicians can actually use to actually remain in power or to prove why they are more important. So whether they are dirty politicians, they carry a lot of baggages, so they are no good, or they did this, they could not do this. The fact is, the reality at the moment is there is no room for a cent to take Bala Blue out of power. And secondly, I want the coalition to know as well that for you to gain the vote or the confidence of people, you have to assure one thing, which is the fact that at least we will not elect you on the basis that petrol price is going to remain the way it is and suffering is going to continue. And let's face it now, not as if we have had a very credible president that has performed so far in the history of Nigeria. What we've been doing is comparison method. So in comparison method now, you get to see the previous presidents, at least they go carry hardship give us. Insecurity no go day. Or one go carry insecurity, but hardship no go too much. But we can't have Bala Blue giving us, serving us the both at the same time. And the only thing we have to rely on that is the promise of it's going to get better. It's going to get better too is a normal statement, normal talk by any other politician. So my own is, conclusively, Bala Blue has not performed optimally and has impressed citizens. And as such, there is need for that change. So whether it's a saint to, whether now goat you put to contest to, make the goat come try your own too. But good enough, one thing that even gives me joy at the end of the day is the fact that at least I can see somebody like Peter Obi there. That is one of the conditions that the coalition must also give. There must be something for Peter Obi, if not even the flag bearer. That is just it. I feel, in short, let me just tell you the truth, I feel it's high time we even give the people like Peter Obi trials. Not minding antecedents or whatever. And in terms of antecedents, using the comparison method, he's still better than a lot that are still in governance today. And if you say they are bad eggs, they are bad politicians that are coming together, agreed, show me good politicians that are in the system. Abi, show me credible politicians that have performed more than what nobody else have done. So it's the same thing. The fact is, trial and error. And as long as this condition remains, this is the same thing we will keep doing till we wake up, Abi. And that is to say, anybody that comes up, you should ensure by all means possible that you don't throw us back to that situation that we are now hoping to get an evil that we have rejected at a point in time coming back. Because whether now the politicians play for you not to underperform, I am telling you they have succeeded. And that is the reality on ground.
That's it, brother. So people have been reacting in that manner in the last 48 hours now. So my line is open. There are a few clips that are supposed to come up and as well to aid this conversation this afternoon. I'll put them up in a moment. So, Rotifmi Amechi and others are very much, in the waiting lounge. Okay, should I say waiting lounge or arrival lounge? Anyway, they are waiting in the wing for when it is time, to put their stunt. Now, whatever stunt anybody wants to project, forward, back, whatever it is, I would love to hear your own theory on this. So last night we couldn't. So I'm going to take a short break, see if we can take calls, and in between, I'll pull up those clips, all right? So meanwhile, this is the founder of their ADC. He's the guy who left, with the other executives of the party who left for the coalition to take over their party. So the idea of let's do it, if they don't get it right, if you don't get it right, you can remove them, was the reason why Bokwari became your president. And in fact, it's the reason why APC, Egbekebe, is still in power, because it is easier said than done. Experience should have taught people a lot about that, all right? So now let's take the first call this evening. This morning. Hello there.
Hello, Mayeku General. Good morning.
Good morning. That is the Prince Adewale, the African Wahala. How you doing, Baba?
Yes, sir, Baba. I'm good. I'm very well. Yeah, it's just about this coalition.
Right.
I'm not claiming to be the most intelligent or the one that has the answers to Nigeria's problems. But I know for a fact that these guys in the coalition, their primary objective is to revenge against Tinubu. Their goal is to face Tinubu. It's not about them having an ideology to make Nigeria simply face, and that will work for a lot of Nigerians, because we are unfortunately, we only remember what we are going through at the moment. We don't think about the past, and we don't think about the future. But with everybody, once again, going towards the coalition, it seems like a large percentage of the people are in support of the coalition. Someone like me, my approach will be, I won't criticize them too much, but I will remind them from time to time what each individual in the coalition has done to contribute to the destruction of Nigeria.
Right.
And it's left for them to make their decision. Personally, I know I can't really make the
consequences.
Yes, they would have to deal with the consequences. And let me just wrap it up, because I know many people will be motivated once they hear this call. They will want to call it. The coalition, yes, the coalition, they have one primary purpose. It's to attack Tinubu. It's not necessarily to destroy APC, because I don't believe APC members, these guys were recently APC members, many of them. I don't believe they want to destroy APC. They just have a beef, a personal vendetta against Tinubu, because many of them tried to help Tinubu to get into power. And once Tinubu got into power, he turned his back against them. So they are angry. It's a personal beef. And a personal beef is going to
using the
make them have
failure as their excuse, right?
Yes. Yes. It's all about his selfish interest for each and every last one of them. But people are going to disagree, and that's fine. Let people follow them once again. Eventually, we will come to a point where I believe most people won't be able to take the suffering anymore, and they will reject anything that comes from any one of them at some point in the future. So that's my contribution. Thank you so much.
Thank you too. The African Wahala. The line is opened, and you can be on the on the other line yourself. So the people are setting themselves up is what the African Wahala is saying there. They said, you see, these guys, but because the situation that everyone is in makes it more like, if you want to fight a criminal, then you probably would need to use criminals. As some would say, if you want to fight a thief, you have to probably use a thief. But what you should also remember is that a thief is a thief, a criminal is a criminal. That he pretend to fight for you doesn't really mean that he won't steal from you. That's what I understand about that. But here, hello.
Hey, how you go, Baba?
Yes, sir. How are you, Baba?
I know. How is everything?
Well, we thank God, though. We are still here.
Not so.
Baba.
Where you go, based on what you have said, the whole coalition thing and the recent political events in the country. All I want to do is I just want to throw a word of caution to Igbo people generally.
Right.
You understand? Obedience, to be prepared, because from what I am saying, I'm just hypothetically speaking now,
right.
If this coalition now fails P2B, you understand, and P2B does not win that election, they will come for Igbo people all over Nigeria. That is the truth. So I am looking at it now like this is just a grand scheme to set up Igbo people again, like they are the problems of Nigeria, which is what I have always been saying. And even the last guy that you played this video, he said it, that we are all divided according to our ethno-religious sentiments. That is the best thing that can happen to us. Let us go our separate ways, or let us restructure so that me now, as an Igbo man now, if I'm going to the north, it will look like maybe I'm going to Saudi Arabia. Do you understand? I will abide by their rules. If they say me church on Sundays, exactly. I will not go to church on Sunday. I will not set up an alcohol, a beer parlor. I will understand that I'm going to an Islamic, you understand, country, and I will behave as such. I will respect their laws, and I will abide by their rules and regulations. Do you understand? It will breed mutual respect. But they don't want that. They want us to keep getting into each other's face. It doesn't make any sense. These people should reason. This election is all about survival. It doesn't matter who is put there. It's all about survival.
Right.
We should even ask ourselves if Nigerians can last, if Nigeria now can even last up to 2027.
I mean, the fire never even starts, Baba. Let them finish this sorting. And you begin to see them make declaration where you begin to see state governors, lawmakers. They'll begin to decamp in order to give them, credibility. And then the fire will start. So let's see how we are going to make it to that 2027. But that point you raised about the Igbo people being, Nigeria is a place, is such a horrible place that we have a horrible system where the Igbos, whether they are interested or whether they are part of it or not, the Igbos are expected to be blamed for everything. It is either they didn't participate enough or they've participated too much. Do you get what I mean now? So where they keep quiet,
look at how they were destroying. Exactly. Look at how they were destroying properties of Igbo people in Lagos. Now they've even destroyed P2B's own. Do you understand? So that is to let you know what is going to come. You always say it on your show that what is going to come and that these people don't play fair. So that is for you to understand what is going to happen exactly. Do you understand? I don't think we should high risk, high return. It's not worth it for Igbo people. We should rather look at how we can go our separate ways peacefully or whatever it is. But do you understand? Come to an agreement and move ahead. Not taking high risk that there are outcomes if it doesn't work out. And one person is willing to allow himself to be used.
The price, even when they are not even interested.
Even when they are not interested.
It's a great point, Baba. And people should understand that there are those who are actual victims of some of these political disagreement, power tussle, and the rest of that, there are real victims.
Yes,
I don't
no.
even know why they are being targeted. They will be like, "But we didn't do anything wrong." Say, "Well, it's because you are from Igboland." Let me take another one. Baba.
Exactly. You should come to me, guys. Take care, Baba. Well
God
done.
bless you. Stay safe, man. All right. So here I have another caller. Hello.
Waigun Baba.
Yes, sir. Baba.
Waigun Baba.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Baba?
Right there. Ya gari ya gida ya jin daɗi.
Say that again, Baba. I don't hear you.
I say ya gari ya jida ya jin daɗi.
Hey, yeah, they,
Lafiya kalau.
Alhamdulillah, Lafia.
Yeah, sanu.
Sonu da aiki as well. Mata.
Yawa. You're like Lafia, low, wallahi.
Lafia
Low.
Kalau. And you are welcome. Nagode.
Yawa, barka dai.
Yawa.
Mayegun. I dey see this thing. Another disaster coming, Abi.
They don't talk about this. So I don't give a name. Some said that.
Sharp. No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now another disaster now. But you know, everybody with their own opinion.
And with their own
if they feel, yeah, exactly. If some people feel like, oh, Obi is going to go through you have to go through the establishment to get to power this, which in some way I deal with them. In another way again, those people will you see, they feel got one use of it, make them go back to where they belong. You understand? Because they feel that they belong there. But Tinubu play them wayo, he push them come out. So which credible person they feel use again, bring back themselves to that place, you understand?
You get?
But in all, whatever they do, all we are just waiting for is for them to kill themselves. Make them by themselves go forward and coffee shit around.
You get? Now, here, Baba, people are saying that Tinubu knows them very well. They can't move in. And to me, that's a good thing. When you are so confident, right, that the same people that you have once been co-conspirators together, they've plotted, they succeeded in removing the president. You get that now?
Exactly.
So now, if Tinubu look at them and say, all these ones, they're just noise makers. And they want to prove to him that, no, we are not. So at the end of the day, Tinubu has the power to crush them. But it is not about crushing. It is the post-crushing. Because there's a chance that when the whole thing implodes, they're not going to even talk about who is president, who is going to be president anymore. That time it will be like, never, they go their separate ways.
Everybody, and you delay, you understand?
Yep. And these are thieves, Ahmed. This is another thing, right? These are thieves who have stolen hundreds of billions, in trillions.
Exactly.
Enough money to cause national security problem in Nigeria. People don't even see that. Yeah?
Exactly.
But go on, Ahmed.
And another thing here is this. They saying Peter Obi will want them and give it to them.
This one
what if the Peter Obi comes and he started putting the country on track, and everybody begins to feel that things are working, but we still have some things that needs to be done. Are they going to give him that more 4 years for him to complete it?
No, they will become enemies right then. They will become enemies because you know what people are saying? People are building on the fact that if by chance they push Obi and indeed he becomes the president, he has all this power, that Obi could leverage on the people's support and all that, yeah? And then like
that
you can
is
easily
one thing
predict.
I have been thinking about that too, but guess what? They will cause more problem for him.
Exactly.
You seeing the faces that are there. People like El-Rufai, people like Malami. Malami that was part of people that brought us to this level. People like Amechi that were minister during Buhari's time. El-Rufai that was governor during Buhari's time. All of a sudden, they turn around. Say, Tinubu, they do this, they do that. Well, anything we don't like, make them do. All we want is to make them finish themselves. By themselves, they should pull themselves down.
We can use, the group of criminals to cancel that group of criminals.
Exactly.
As long as we can see one upright person among them, then we can forgive their sins. But the thing is,
Exactly.
if we do that, right, and from experience, criminals don't really change.
No,
The only way
they will
criminals
never
can
change.
change is
They
when they
cannot
are
change.
tamed, jailed,
No,
right?
they can't change.